Good morning and welcome back to the channel. So today what I want to do is go through my green laning setup. Now when you first start out on green lanes, in terms of kit, yes you want to be safe, but you don't have to spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds. For a long while I had an old set of battered leathers that were about 20 years old that I used to wear alongside a road helmet. So there are different options, but I'm going to go through a couple today for you. So we're going to go through two entire outfits and different things that you can potentially wear. Now, in my opinion, one of the most important things when you're green laning is a decent set of boots. So even if you are using road focused kit on your upper body, on your lower body, a good set of boots will stand you in good stead. Now, a lot of the products I'm going to go through today from sportsbikeshop.com, these are no different. O'Neill's set of motocross boots cost me £120 about 2 years ago. Now, the reason I say you want a good set of boots is because it's so easy to have an accident while out on the trails, and these are going to really help protect your feet and, more importantly, your ankles. They've got really great ankle support, really sturdy, and it's something that you definitely want to be investing in. If you can't afford brand new boots, again, on the used market, on eBay, on Facebook Marketplace, you can probably pick them up for about £50 or £60. These are really good for the price point, in my opinion. The only thing I would say with these, I'm a size 8. These are a size 8 and they're a little bit too snug, especially in the summer, so it may be worth going up half a size. So, going up to the lower body now. So, again, sportsbikeshop.com, about £110 for these, just double check the brand. So, Ducchini, I believe they're Italian. These are AA rated, and if you're over here in the UK, what you want to look out for, especially with your bottoms and your tops, is the CE rating. So the highest possible rating is AAA, and it goes all the way down to C, I believe. C is not really worth the paper it's written on, in my personal opinion. I always try and go for AA or AAA, and they should always have that tag in there, so you can always double check as well. So really good, super comfortable pair of trousers these, and I'll be honest, I haven't ever worn a pair of trousers that have been quite so comfy as these. Absolutely brilliant. They've got padding in the knees, they've got padding in the hips, fully removable, so yeah, can't recommend them highly enough. Now, the next thing on the list is very much an option. So again, I invested in some knee braces about 6 months ago. Again, sportsbikeshop.com, I think around £35. Now, these are a little bit of a luxury item, really. They're going to protect your knees a little bit more than the standard padding, and it's entirely up to you whether you go for them or not. They are a little bit more uncomfortable than just wearing the standard trousers, but again, hard plastic, they are going to offer that little bit more protection. And what I personally do is, I think it's a bit overkill otherwise, I will take the standard knee pads out of these and pop these on instead. Especially in the summer, your legs can get a little bit hot and sweaty, so again, a bit of a personal choice. Now, moving up to the upper body, my camerawoman is probably going to focus now on this V's jacket, but I'm going to ask her politely not to do that, because I want to focus on something else. And it's actually what I'm wearing now. So, an underlayer. Cheap and cheerful. This was about £15 from Matalan, I think. Does the job, keeps you nice and insulated, and it's that kind of moisture wicking material. So if you do get a little bit hot and sweaty or a little bit wet out on the trails, this is really going to help. So, sorry for tricking you there, camerawoman. If we go back down to the V's jacket, again, really good option. Now this, again, Sports Bike Shop, about £120. Again, very much, this was more of a summer option, really. So the camera's not going to pick this up at all. But this material here in particular is really breathable, and you may just about be able to see through that. So what I will do in the winter is I'll wear my base layer, I'll then wear a jumper over the top. I will then pop this on as well, and the last time I went out I was still a little bit chilly, so great option for the summer. If you're going to be riding a lot in the winter, you might want something a little bit more substantial. Now, something else, if my cameraman can just back off just a little bit, is some body armour. So again, very much personal preference. Again, a little bit more added support for the shoulders and the elbows, and the chest, of course. And then it's got a full-length back protector on it as well. Now this one was an Amazon special. I don't believe it does say CE protector. think with the armour it's a slightly different rating. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but with this anyway, about £30 off of Amazon. This is a small. I'm not a big guy. This is very, very tight for me. So if you're looking at one of these off Amazon or eBay, I'll probably recommend going up a size bigger than you would in your usual set of clothes. But what I'll often do, wear the underlayer, wear this, wear the Vest jacket over the top, and jobs are good, especially in the summer months. And then going up to the helmet, so a couple of different options you can go for. I've got the motocross helmet here, so this is predominantly what I used when I had the Yamaha TTR. I haven't used it quite as much with the Himalayan for the simple reason I'm now recording audio. And the great thing about these motocross helmets is they're really, really breathable. So there's a great big hole down there, so your face doesn't get too hot. Great in the summer, and actually in the winter as well. These are really, really useful. You've got the peak on the top there to stop any debris getting in there, any branches, deflect those. Absolutely brilliant piece of kit. But if you want to record YouTube videos, not fantastic. So what I've been using is my road helmet instead. And this is what I film most of my vlogs in. What I may look to do in the future is get an adventure bike helmet, so a bit of a hybrid between the two. Hopefully have a little bit better sound insulation in it. But like I said, if you're just starting out, you've just bought a Himalayan or another kind of dual sport bike, yeah, you can survive on a road helmet, no issues. But yeah, if you've got a bit of extra cash, especially in the summer months, an MX helmet is well worth the investment. And finally, with this first setup, just moving on to gloves. So what brand are these? I have no idea actually. Armour, again, from sportsbikeshop.com. With the gloves, the ratings are slightly different. You've got a 1 rating, which is the lowest, and then a 2, which is the highest. This is number 1. And I always like a really thin glove for riding off-road. This is very much a summer glove, a little bit of protection here on the knuckles. But the reason I like the thin summer gloves is the fact that it gives you a little bit more control, gives you a bit more feel of the bike, and it's one of the reasons that I fitted the heated grips to the Himalayan, so I could wear the summer glove, have the heated grips, and in a way have the best of both worlds. Okay, so that's the first setup, and that is, generally speaking, what I use. But if you don't want to invest your time and money into all of this gear, can you get by with standard road gear? And the answer is yes. Are you going to be as safe? Probably not, but it's definitely doable. So if you can just pan down to these boots. So Spada boots, again, sportsbikeshop.com. I think these are about £90, got them a couple of years ago. I've got a 125 as well. These are absolutely perfect for commuting to work on that and going into the office. Again, in terms of the ankle support, they're not going to offer the protection that the motocross boots do. But like I say, if you're on a budget, you can just about get by with them. But I would recommend upgrading these sooner rather than later. Bullet jeans, again, I think they were from Sports Bike Shop, about £120. These ones are AAA rated, I believe. Again, got the protection in the knees. And what I'll sometimes do in the summer is I'll take the knee protection out, wear the knee braces, and just have these bullet jeans over the top. Works really well. And again, on top of that, I'll have the jacket, no change there. And like I said, for the most part, I'm using that road helmet at the moment. So realistically, £400. You can get a full off-road setup for about £500 if you're doing it on a budget. You can get silly money, but it's entirely up to you really. But second-hand marketplace is the best place to go if you're just starting out, and especially if you've bought an adventure bike, a dual sport, you don't know if you're going to keep up the hobby. You don't want to be spending £500 or £600 on loads of new kits. So start second-hand and then work your way up once you get into it more. But hopefully that was useful to you. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe if you found this useful. And until the next time, goodbye.